This story is probably the most insane we're going to cover today because it is without a doubt the closest we're going to get, probably ever, to the White House dropping the mask and just outright admitting that their plan is to wipe out the left, that they consider the political left their enemy, not the enemies of America their enemy, the left within America, the rival American political party and voters are their enemy, and they have never made that more clear than in what we are about to watch. I know that many of you guys have not exactly been thrilled on how, doomer politics has been lately, how scary it's gotten, so if you're one of those people, you're not gonna like this, a little heads up, but I think it's still important that we know what's coming, that we know what they're planning, and that we at the very least offer counter-messaging against what they're messaging. And in this case, we've got Stephen Miller, who had maybe the most insane, unbelievable speech at Charlie Kirk's funeral yesterday. Come out, and he gave said speech, and that speech has been the main focus of a lot of people's talk around this whole funeral event. Granted, Tucker Carlson did also get a lot of attention as well. People were, and I do plan for us to talk about the Tucker Carlson speech as well. Maybe a second segment, maybe in this segment, it's hard to say. Depends on how long we take to talk about this first one, but this is pretty wild. This is as blatant and as self-report as it could possibly get. Mind you, this is the guy who, this is one of Trump's, right-hand men. I believe he's the chief of staff of the White House. I could be wrong. This guy is fucking scary. He's a true believer, or at the very least, he's a true Trump believer, and everything else is just, he's willing to say anything he has to, as impassioned as he must, to support his god Emperor Trump. Let's watch.
When I see Erica and her strength and her courage, I'm reminded of a famous expression. The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm.
Now, a running theme that has been very clear through all of this is that Republicans have had a preponderance of rhetoric around revenge, calling the left evil, saying that if you're not out crying about Charlie Kirk's death and saying that the shooter was the most evil person in the world and Charlie Kirk was a good man, then you are evil and you deserve to die. And they are coming for you, is basically their messaging. Meanwhile, this has always basically been their messaging. They're just using this particular tragedy now as justification. A week ago, it was that girl stabbed on the subway. A week before that, it was the kid who was arrested in the park swinging a knife and axe at people that the right claimed was being attacked by a pedophile, when in reality it was just a guy who recorded the crime and the kid ended up getting arrested. Every week the right has some new tragedy the left is responsible for, supposedly, that they all come out to say the left must suffer for this. And then one guy, arguably acting upon the state of how insane politics has gotten and how much the active administration has threatened the left, ends up doing political violence, committing a murder, and that one guy now justifies further raising the temperature against the left for everybody. And we all know that this is how we get more political violence. I'm sure they all know this is how. And yet they are all calling for more political violence. They're all pretending like they're against it, but that the fact this happens means that they can be publicly for it against the left now, because the amorphous left killed Charlie Kirk.
Erica is the storm. We are the storm. And our enemies cannot comprehend our strength, our determination, our resolve, our passion. Our lineage and our legacy hails back to Athens, to Rome, to Philadelphia, to Monticello.
God, it's so fucking gay and cringe. Really quick, can I remind you all how many people showed up to this stadium? Total. Outside and inside, how many people it ended up being? Inside, it was about 90,000. Outside, it has been reported as high as 200,000 people showed up for Charlie Kirk's funeral in person. From what I've heard, well over $10 million has been raised for Charlie Kirk's family by the American right. They have collectively raised well over $10 million, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like getting really far along into the tens of millions now. Because of course they're using this as like a fundraising opportunity. The right is like not only sort of becoming a singularity of platform, messaging, and reach, but they're about to become a financial singularity. That is to say, like, so much mass of clout and money is about to collapse in on itself that it is going to become a black hole that sucks in all money and clout around it. This is the scary, like, turning point, ironically, that we're at in America. Is the fact that this is the moment where either the left gives up and it's over, or the left locks in and brings this all back. And unfortunately, on an individual basis, lefties are giving up. They've chosen this to be the point where they throw in the towel.
Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture. They built the industry. Erica stands on the shoulders of...
Yeah, like, this is very much like white nationalist bullshit. This guy's a Nazi. Like, I think there's been, like, long, ongoing, like, examples of him Nazi posting, particularly on Twitter. But, he's doing the whole, like, we built Rome type shit right now. We were kings, bro. We were kings. We were emperors, bro. We were emperors. You know? Yeah, this dude is very much trying to, you know, rally up the most violent, most radical conservatives into action here. And, it gets worse. Just watch, it gets worse.
Thousands of years of warriors, of women who raised...
We were crusaders and shit.
Raised up families, raised up city, raised up industry, raised up civilization, who pulled us out of the caves and the darkness into the light. The light will defeat the dark. I'm just going to call him gay. Can I just do that and we move on? This is how the left wins. He's gay. We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil. They cannot imagine what they have awakened. They cannot conceive of the army that they have arisen.
Okay. While collectively these people are quite scary because they're insane and violent, I will say, individually, the energy emanating from this guy as he says all this, we're warriors, we were emperors and crusaders, we built Rome. All I'm seeing is this right now. That's it. Just a big old nerd emoji. Yeah, drop a nerd emoji in chat to represent this fine young gentleman here.
In all of us. Because we stand for what is good, what is virtuous, what is noble.
The left is always evil. They stand for evil and destruction. The right stands for good. The light will destroy the dark. And then meanwhile, you've got, like, shoe-on fuckhead retard coming out to say, it's the left. These people are evil. They want the right dead. It's like, dog, this is how the right is speaking about the left broadly right now. Imagine what the right wants to do to the minorities the left advocates for. Holy fucking shit, dude. Like, these people, they will try to bring back slavery. I promise you, we will see them try at some point in the next 3 years. They're going to try to bring back slavery. And funnily enough, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even racialize it. Just straight up, slavery's back, period. And anyone can be a slave. Like, that's gonna be how it's gonna be. America's just gonna have slavery again. You know, not the private prison system, not that. Like proper, like chattel slavery, like you gotta live on, like, a plantation. But it's not gonna be race-based. We're just all going to be slaves because that's what the capitalists want. And now they control the country, but actually, though. Like, before they, like, controlled the country in kind of a cynical, like, our democracy is fake kind of way. Now they literally control our country.
And to those trying to incite violence against us, those trying to foment hatred against us, what do you have? You have nothing. You are nothing. You are...
Guys, like, why is the left, like... Why is everything so divided right now, dude? Like, why is the left unwilling to just sit and talk with the right? Like, why is the left so crazy, guys? Like, oh my god, the left just wants violence, you know? They just hate the right for no reason.
You are wickedness, you are jealousy, you are envy, you are hatred. You are nothing. You can build nothing. You can produce nothing. You can create nothing. We are the ones who build. We are the ones who create. We are the ones who lift up humanity.
Humanity. Oh my god, dude. He's so nerd emoji, but, you know, the crowd is clapping. Now, this is basically a Nazi rally speech, yes. Keep in mind, though, that crowd, that big old crowd, all cheering for this Nazi speech, you know what it really reminds me of? You know what this really, really reminds me of? It reminds me of America's Nazi rallies back in the day. I assume you guys are familiar with Madison Square Garden? Well, back in 1939, they held a big old Nazi rally there. Just a big old Nazi rally. You can look this up. This was the United States Nazi Party. This was, you know, a big part of... Ironically, isn't it interesting how they organized the whole setup to be very similar to this particular event? Like, I'm just saying, like, it feels really odd how history repeats itself, huh? You know? I just think it's interesting. What's the sign say? It says SKP Jewish domination, or no, stop Jewish domination of the Christian Americans. That's what their banner says. Stop Jewish domination of Christian Americans. So, yeah. They were playing victim. This was literally a whole rally about how, like, the right in America, the Nazi Americans who feel put down, are being, you know, put down by the Jews. And they had a literal Nazi rally in Madison Square Garden. And it pulled out a shitload of people. Like, I cannot help but think of that screenshot, that image, whenever I see this.
We are the ones who build. We are the ones who create. We are the ones who lift up humanity. You thought you could kill Charlie Kirk? You have made him immortal. You have immortalized Charlie Kirk. And now millions will carry on his legacy. And we will devote the rest of our lives to finish.
Let's be you already were. You're in a cult. Like, nothing about this is really changing anything from your perspective. This has always been the goal. This has been always how you feel. Now you've just got something to virtue signal about.
The causes for which Charlie gave his last measure of devotion. You cannot defeat us. You cannot slow us. You cannot stop us. You cannot deter us. We will carry Charlie and Erica in our heart every single day and fight that much harder because of...
Oh, my bad. He's not Chief of Staff of the White House. He's the Homeland Security Advisor. My bad. And, also, holy fucking shit.
What you did to us. You have no idea.
That's right, Stephen Miller. I know you know I called you gay. What are you gonna do? Your move, buddy.
Dragon, you have awakened. You have no idea how determined we will be to save this civilization, to save the West, to save this republic.
To save the West. Oh my god. Oh my god, what? God. You know, there used to be a time. There used to be a time where people like this, with takes like this, we'd bring them on the stream, and we'd humiliate them. You know? But nowadays, they run the country. And they make so much fuck you money, they don't even engage with the left itself. They just make up a straw man of the left and fight with that. And somehow, for years straight, it just keeps working.
Because our children are strong, and our grandchildren will be strong, and our children's children's children will be strong. And what will you leave behind? Nothing. Nothing. To our enemies, you have nothing to give, you have nothing to offer, you have...
To our enemies, you have nothing to give, you have nothing to offer, you will be nothing. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Nothing to share but bitterness. We have beauty, we have light, we have goodness, we have determination, we have vision, we have strength. We built the world that we inhabit now, generation by generation. And we will defend this world. We will defend goodness. We will defend light. We will defend virtue. You cannot terrify us. You cannot frighten us. You cannot threaten us. Because we
Has there ever been a more hateful funeral? I know, right? Like, holy shit.
are on the side of goodness. We are on the side of God. When I see Erica...
Good lord, man. Holy crap. Well, there's a lot to unpack there, isn't there? Really, that just boils down to everything the right has always wanted to say. Nothing about that was new. Nothing about that was an organically developed opinion that's formed in the last couple weeks. That was just an event that was put on under the pretext of, you know, justice for Charlie Kirk, where all these big conservative pundits and figures all get to come out and say the quiet part out loud, and nobody gets to call them out for it. Only loud, thunderous applause. Which is, of course, what we saw here today. Is that a Book of Mormon quote? He might have quoted the Book of Mormon. Who knows? This speech was much better in its original German. That's a very good top comment. I don't think Americans understand what's going on here. Mr. Miller is reason number one why we continue to get more and more divided. Way to be. No, it would be Trump, but close. Stop milking this tragedy and release the files. A memorial service with more focus on enemies than remembering the person who died. Just odd and destructive political grandstanding. No need for such hatred. We cannot heal with this guy spewing hate. Who is we? Our ancestors came from Rome, Athens, Philadelphia, Monticello. They created architecture, quote unquote. What is he trying to say exactly? There is something seriously wrong with Herr Miller. In case you are wondering if you are on the right side or the wrong side. This is terrifying. Stephen Miller, is that you? But spelled like all Germany. This man's speech had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk or what he represented. What kind of a memorial speech is this? He is just sowing more division. Headline that brought me here said Stephen Miller says dragon is awakened at memorial service. Severely disappointed there was no actual dragon. Dude, imagine... Like, I think Sam O'Nella said this once. Imagine if Trump showed up at some kind of event riding a dragon. Just,
I'd like to announce, America has dragons now, and I have one. It's my new Air Force One.
like, what do we do at that point if Trump ends up getting a dragon? Like Game of Thrones style. What if he gets 3? Like, what do we do at that point? Anyway. If y'all enjoyed this segment, if you found it enjoyable, educational, or entertaining in any way whatsoever, then please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. It really does help a lot to boost the channel and the algorithm and help it to reach more people. Thank you so much to everybody who does that. Same for those who hit the like button on the stream. It really means a lot to me, and it's totally free and helps a lot. Consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon to turn on all notifications so YouTube actually tells you when I go live or upload new videos in the future. Follow my social medias linked down below in the description if you want to see more from me on other platforms, and and donate directly to me, if you want to support the channel, like directly, financially, you can do so on my website by either donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub there, or you can support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Patreon, or buy some custom Xander Hall merch through the Streamlabs link down below. Regardless of how y'all support me, though, thank you all so much for watching this first segment of the day, and as always, have a good one.